Right, Lewis, how did you find out, mate?
Very good. Enjoyed it. Got good 8 rounds in. I feel as if I could have stopped it earlier, only for the injury, but I don't want to start making excuses.
Well, I noticed we was watching, and it looked like when you come back into your corner in the 4th round, your coach was stretching your arm out. And I said, I've watched you box twice before now, and I've never seen you switch. And you were switching a little bit, so you must have been feeling something earlier on. And then the second half of your fight, you nearly thought, southpaw.
Oh yeah, it's a case of adapting, isn't it? Adapt or die, isn't it? It's as simple as that. Well, I'm in there to win.
Hey, I'll tell you what, I was impressed with you, the fact that you didn't look like you blowed. You look really fit.
As I've said to you, I trained for 12 rounds, but it's not a problem. I can box at 12 threes, it's no problem.
Do you know
it's just like when you fight, obviously you've got the pressure of the crowds and various factors which can make it a bit difficult, but I'll be honest with you, I've been ready for 10 rounds. There's like 4 or 5 fights ago, but I've got to build up a bit of a following. I've seen him fight before. He's a tough lad. I mean, he is, The thing is, though, he never stops coming forward, does he? He just keeps plodding at you. And to be fair, I'll give him credit where it's due. Yes, he does, but he was allowed to. I was injured. I'm not making excuses. He still fought a good fight. But if this round would have been all right, I wouldn't have been going back and boxing on my toes. I'd have been meeting. But I like it when you give yourself a bit of because you can box. You've got really good, your jab and like I say when you have to turn on. Can I be honest with you? Can I be honest with you? I box differently for different opponents. Yeah, of course. Now, Rolando says it's tailor-made to box close because he's there and he comes at you. You can hit him all day. Right? And my game plan says is to stay close and work and look for the openings and catch him and eventually wear him out. But I couldn't do that because my arm had gone, so that's why I've got on my toes and I box long and a jab and jab south. Well, he also woke you up a little bit in the second round. I think he caught you with a big overhand right and he took a step back and you thought, right now, and you seen a bit of venom come back with you. So it was like, you're not supposed to do that to me. It's boxing, isn't it? It's like if you go for a swim, you're going to get wet, aren't you? You're going to get hit. Well, you did some nice body shots to him in those latter 2 rounds, and I was because, like I say, you managed to get your left hand working again then. And even though you was still leading with your jab, there was nothing in it. I was just point scoring. Because I mean, I've been told you can see it. I can see it. It's gone, But not making excuses. I mean, on the plus side, I got 8 rounds in. And I boxed. And at a good pace as well. So it was a good learning. And like I say, you had to get over adversity. So adapt when you're injured. A lot of others would have stopped, but it didn't. It kept going. And you didn't show it anyway. You didn't show your face. You didn't look panicking. You didn't do anything. So great fight for you. And I've got to apologise because the last one didn't come out. So I didn't know on purpose. It was a total cock-up by me, and I missed Rendo. I did the same thing on him. But luckily, you were hard work because you were hard work to get there, and you'd gone by the time I realised I'd done a mistake, so I couldn't really do it. So talk to you again. Nice one, take care, mate. Alright, listen, I was going to get confused. I must have interviewed your brother before, and your brother must be a southpaw, is he?
Yeah, he's a southpaw.
And you're orthodox, and I'm looking at it, thinking, you're spitting on each other. With Twinny being the name on your shorts. But I'm thinking, he's orthodox.
Boxed well both ways, don't we?
Hey, so he was a nice lad, you was in there.
I boxed him before. But I didn't do as good as I just done there. I done well, picked him off.
No, I know, he was a nice performance.
I've been training well and all that. So I was just, instead of getting in there, staying there, I thought I'd get a fast few shots off and try and box a little bit.
Yeah, no, he looked nice in there. But I would say, he's got a nice cheeky screw shot that he can because he's only small as well, isn't he?
He's small,
And it's hard to throw a screw shot, when you...
He hits him with a few good right hands, and I thought he's going down here, but tucked up and he just tucked him, so tough lad. I know he's a tough lad anyway, because obviously I boxed him before.
But I'm watching the fight and I'm confused all the way through, because I'm thinking, no, it's not that, it's like, surely he's not. So I remember saying to your brother, he's a southpaw, and he's a good southpaw as well.
Yes, he's good, he's awful, I spar him, so that's why. If I come across any southpaws, no problem.
Well I always hate southpaws. And when I watch him, I think you're a nice southpaw.
I think I've been beating against a southpaw, I boxed a few. Because I sparred him all.
Well, you help one another out, don't you? Rivalry, twins, you can't get better rivalry than that, can you?
Because he hit me with one. But it's with 2, he's got to hit me with 3. So
what's that now? How many fights?
That was 6, 1-5.
And which
I got beat off Ian Butcher, went down to Scotland, boxed Ian Butcher. Yeah, it's a good fight. Close, he only beat me by 1 point, but I thought anyway, that's how I would have got it, you know what I mean? So,
you got to believe in yourself,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's close, then
he's
you've
a
got to
good,
believe
he's a
that
good
way.
lad, nothing taken away from me, he's a very good lad, but I thought I got that day. But,
I thought you both out tonight, man.
Yeah,
Really enjoyed.
yeah,
When you're next, you know?
don't know yet.
No?
Whenever Steve sorts it out, yeah.
He's over there, so
Yeah,
we'll do later.
yeah.
Anyway, good luck, mate.
All right,
Take
thanks a
care.
lot.
See you. How was that going, mate?
Just never turned up, mate. I thought I'd done everything in the gym and I thought that should happen.
Yeah?
It just never happened there, do you know what I mean? Shocking.
Easy, innit? I
Go
said
on,
to you,
then,
remember before the fight, I said to you, if you put it on him and you caught him in the first round with a great shot, you knocked him back on the ropes, and I think he caught you more square because you didn't seem to be troubled by that shot, that corner.
Caught me right, like I went out, I just fucking realised I was on the floor and...
Also, it was a good shot.
Yeah, it was a good shot taken away from him, not taking nothing away from him. It's a cracking shot, he got me, and I've never been dropped before, that was the first time I've been dropped, so it shows you can hit.
Yeah, no, of course you can. Well, he knocked out Brian Lowe, didn't he?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's a proper class act. I know they all call him a journeyman, but he's not just a journeyman. He's that level that you need to find. And this is your second fight. So, you know, you've got to look
I
at
give him a
yourself.
lot of weight away, like, do you know what I mean? It shouldn't be... I just never used my fast hands, what I should have been doing, do you know what I mean? I just don't know what happened, I just give it away.
Yeah, listen, he can make anyone look bad though, Max. He's, you know, that's what he's there for, to dazzle you, move down there. But like I say, when I said to you, if you put it on him and you do hurt him, he will come back with something. And you, I think, like you say, that first round was great. Like, he nearly put him down, and then he comes back and he puts you down. But I thought you recovered really well. I'm not being funny, I watched it. It was close, very, very close. What was the decision? 1 point?
Yeah, but take him all away from him, he's done his job. He won, do you know what I mean? Like, it's one of them, I'll just have to go back to the drawing board.
He's a proper attack there, you know.
But,
you know, normally you meet someone like him until your 10th fight, and normally 10-0 by then, you know what I mean? Before you get him in well, he's...
You know, my team's done well, he got me, got me the fighting time, but I needed as well. It's one of them things, I've got to come back from it and just got to go back and have a think what I'm doing here, do you know what I mean? And get to me right weight and, do you know what I mean? So
you look like you had some power in there.
I shouldn't be getting put over by these calibre opponents, but just one of them things.
This is a kid that knocks out Brian Rose, so you know, don't be knocking yourself like that. He's no duckhead in there.
No.
And like I say, you know, it shows that you did well there because you hurt him, and that's when you wake him up, you know what I mean? Fear comes into his factor and boom, they're coming back at you, and you know, not many people do that to him, so you know, it was a good fight, mate.
Thanks anyway, thanks very much and everything, but just with my night I know that no one do better.
It'll be a long night, won't it?
Yeah, that's it, I was going to say, he's on well, he came in, took over, I had too much weight over me, took it. That's, you know, give him his due. You know, he came in and I was noticing and knocked fuck out of me, so it's alright, isn't it?
Right, listen,
thanks
good luck, hopefully you see you. Alright, Jay, how did you find that, mate?
Tough, smothered me a lot. But got through the rounds, that's all that matters, doesn't it?
The last 2 rounds, the first 2 rounds, I think he was, you know, it was very, very close. It was hard to separate you both. But then suddenly, he looked like a different fight, and you looked like a different fight because you just started landing everything on him in the.
I felt like I was in with some big shots, and I was expecting.
You did?
But
well, he fell on you a few times, didn't he?
Yeah, some chin he's got in, he talks to like keep up, but I felt strong, I felt good.
Well, those last 2 rounds, when you watch them back, you'll enjoy them because you landed everything on him and you kept moving on to him, holding on to you because, you know, you did him several times and he fell like into you, really. You basically held him up, you know what I mean? But what happened in the first 2 rounds? Because you didn't
just
seem to get going.
easing myself into it, like, I'm not one of the fighters who can just like jump into the first round, I like to like slowly.
Because you looked a different fighter in the
last
2 rounds.
You want to fight progress, the comfortable I feel like I can go into the ring and like flow into my boxing.
Yeah, well, I enjoyed the last 2 rounds. We sat there, me and Andy there, and we thoroughly enjoyed the last 2 rounds. And we both said, God, it don't look like the same fight that was fighting the first 2
slow getting to
rounds.
the first 2, yeah.
But when you started connecting and you was just like moving and hitting, body shot, worked everywhere on him. It was nice.
Nice one, thanks. I think I appreciate it.
Those 2 rounds, like I said, would have liked to see it all 4 like that.
I don't think I've been there after the
Wait,
ball.
so how many fights is that now you've had?
That was me 5th.
Well, he's had about 30 fights, that lad, hasn't he?
Something like that,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's good lad, he's a bit of age on you as well there, wasn't
Oh,
he?
yeah, just a bit like...
He's had to say that though, he, like I say, he put up a good show for the first 2 rounds, but then again, perhaps you hadn't
I got into
showed
me comfort and then
Yeah.
started flowing, yeah.
Yeah, you did, you look good there.
Cheers, nice one.
So when you're out next?
Soon, hopefully, Steve sorts something out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He's there looking at us now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Sure we're doing things right.
Yeah, ask him the right questions.
Alright, Jake, take care, mate. Alright,
Right.
I like that. Nice 4 rounds, eh?
Yeah, it was good 4 rounds, yeah.
Yeah, you look comfortable in there.
Yeah, it was nice to get them in again. Felt fit, felt strong. Just wanted to just boxing.
You did?
Let a few more shots going and see what I can do, what I've been working on in the gym and put it into action.
Did you miss? I don't think you missed, did you?
Um,
He's not an easy target.
once or twice I think with the big overlooping right. But no, I hit him nearly every time.
You
Pretty
look like
accurate.
you enjoyed yourself.
Yeah, I did, yeah, really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was good, yeah.
And I think towards the end, as you were saying, you know, those body shots you was getting in on him.
Yeah.
He was wincing a bit there, and
Yeah, I felt in like the third, he was tiring a bit, like he'd come at me and then
well, he
obviously,
started moving
yeah,
away from
throw
you
a shot
towards
and then,
the
yeah,
end,
he was moving away, so
he was trying to come towards you, and you boxed well, and you kept him at bay, and then every time you saw one of those body shots in, you could see him go, ooh,
yeah.
and he sort of like backed off and moved away
Yeah.
from you.
As he was coming on to me as well, just been working on in the gym, jab, move, and then change the angle, come back in again.
That was your third?
Yeah, that was my
round?
third fight, yeah.
When you're out next, mate?
I'm not too sure, speak to Steve after this one and see what's lined up for the next one.
Yeah? No,
Yeah.
it looked good. What's with the...
I heard he was a bit of a hitter, so, you know, cushioning the blows and that, so thought to keep it.
I don't think you landed anything on you, did it?
No, apart from head to the right to me eye here.
It was a proper nice, proper good. You made it look easy in there,
Yeah.
and it was a real comfortable performance. And moved down, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I say, he is awkward, he doesn't, you know.
He is quite odd. He was trying to like when he was coming into me and then he was going out, he was trying to get me to like overcommit and work myself out sort of thing. Yeah, I didn't need to overcommit and throw loads of shots. I just picked them up as I did.
You threw your combinations, it was more like 1s, 2s and maybe 3s, and I think if you would have opened up a little bit more, you might have got that stoppage towards the end there. But no, it was a real class performance, real boxing performance there.
Nice one.
If you want to watch boxing, that was it. Thanks for watching.
Thank you very
Well
much.
done. Nice one, Ryan.
See you soon.
Yeah, nice one. I think I chatted to you, was it at Robin Park?
Yeah,
Out
I
there?
think it is, yeah.
A few months ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you won, was that 6-2s or you were fighting there?
It was a 4-2s, I've just done another 4-2s there again, yeah.
Was that all 4-2s?
Yeah, I know, I've tried doing them, mate, I was doing it.
Yeah, you look comfortable in there, don't you?
I felt comfortable, it was like, obviously there's always room for improvement and all that, you know what I mean?
He couldn't handle your southpaw
No,
style.
I mean,
He couldn't.
I want to improve on all that. There's still bits and bobs where I need to improve on and stuff like that. So I'm just going to get that with more experience.
Well, when he fights his head down,
Yeah, that's my 5th outing now.
5th out, all wins, haven't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it looked nice in it, but like you say, he couldn't get past your jab, and he was trying. I give him credit, he was trying all the time, but he just couldn't get past you. And then when he did, you were punishing him with your backhand.
Yeah, I want to. My job is like my bread and butter. If I can keep anyone on the bin and the job, I'll come on top.
Well, you kept him under control throughout the whole fight. I mean, I take my hat to the lad because he never stopped trying. He tried getting there, but every time he got close, you punished him. And
don't get me wrong, he was tough.
Yeah.
You know, he was tough every fight.
That was a good full round for you there, man.
Yeah.
You learn a lot from that.
Yeah.
You'll learn a lot from that as well, don't you?
Well,
Because,
yeah.
like I say, he really was struggling, he just couldn't get past that jab. But you have got a long jab on you, haven't you?
Yeah.
So like I say, it's the best weapon. Use it.
Like I say, it's the bread and butter for every boxer.
When you're out next, you know.
I'm not too sure, and I'll just say have a word with my promoters and things like that, and then hopefully, you know, the sooner the better.
Try and get out one more time before the end of the season or something.
Something like that, yeah. It'll be nice.
Alright, nice.
Yeah.
Well done.
Cheers, thank you.
Right, Dempsey.
How
How did you like that, mate?
Enjoyed it a lot, I did.
I did.
Good experience.
Yeah?
Hard lad coming forward.
Yeah.
Still, like you said, I told you a lie last time, still a little bit of
Well, that's what I'm saying.
downward fitness.
You know, you've got a lovely jab on you. That jab was punishing in those first 2
That
rounds.
jab's going to punish a lot of people.
That jab is like Larry owns this jab.
That jab's coming for a lot of them.
Yeah.
It is.
But,
Carlin's in the gym. Circuits, a little bit more gas, they're in trouble.
yeah, without a doubt.
Dempsey's
I want to see a fit Dempsey Fury in the ring. Because when I see a fit one in
What would a
there,
fit
he'll look
Dempsey done
special.
with him?
You would have stopped. And he looks like he was in fine shape, wasn't he? I mean, he was a
In
big
fine
lad,
shape,
wasn't he? But you allowed him to get back into the fight in those last 2 rounds. You dominated the first 2 rounds. You hit him with anything you wanted to hit him with.
Skills pay the bills, don't they?
And in that 3rd round, it's like you switched off a little bit, but you caught him with a big overhand right, and I thought he was going over.
Yeah, that's
But yeah, you got everything. You're only at 19, aren't you?
I turned 19 in April 16th this month.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've got plenty of time.
So are you training with Carl now then? At Carl?
I'm training with my dad still,
Yeah.
but Carl's opening a new gym.
Yeah.
And he's invited me and my dad to
Yeah.
go over there and train with him, so we're going to do a couple of weeks off.
I'll tell you what, a good fit one of you. I'm really looking forward to seeing that, mate.
Well, you're going to see him, don't worry. Steve's your man over there, and he's going to have me on.
When you're out next then?
I don't know, I'll have to have a chat with my dad, chat to Steve,
Yeah.
get fitter, proper shape,
Yeah.
no messing about, do the job properly.
You know what else I liked? Yeah, I don't know if you ever used to watch him, Kirtland Lang. You was doing a bit of the old Matador. When you was in the middle of the ring towards the end of that 2nd round, you was listening for fun, and you was like taunting him, and he was coming on to you, and then when he would boom, and that left hand bang up to him, it was a good performance. But like I say, if you could have kept the steam going for the last 2 rounds,
probably
then you
could have
would
got
have won
an
every round, and yeah, probably finished him. But he did, he looked in good shape, and you know, he came to fight there, and he went into storm those first 2 rounds, and he slowly crept back. What did you won by 1 round, did you?
1 by 1 round. Well, I won 3, lost 1 myself. I thought I won 3.
Maybe the last round I thought you lost, probably.
Yeah.
Won the first 2 really clearly.
The third
and then
one
the
was
3rd
close.
round. But like I say, you nearly stopped him in that 3rd round when you caught him in that big
I landed
overhand
3
right.
shots.
Yeah.
You might have been hitting, but it was the gloves.
Yeah. Yeah, you had. You got good defence.
I've got good defence.
Well. You got lots of different styles in there. And we've only seen a few of them there, and I think if we've seen a fit one of you in there.
They're a hell of a difference.
Yeah. Nice one, mate. Well done. Take care.
Fortunately, as an elbow.
Right, well, that was a nice 4 rounds there for you, mate.
Yeah, I need to get them in, don't I?
Yeah.
I didn't want to stop it, but yeah, once.
Well, hang on, it didn't look like you didn't want to stop him.
The first 2 rounds, I felt like I wanted to. But I kind of, I don't know. I think the time was off just a little bit.
Didn't seem like it.
So that seemed off a bit. And then once the 3rd round coming in my hand.
You boxed well on your back foot. Because you know,
my back foot.
yeah, you boxed really well. I mean, but you got power in there. I'd say he's got a massive head, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Well, he's what? He's strong as I don't know what.
I knew it'd be hard to stop because of his body type.
But that was a perfect punch for him, because as he was coming forward on you, you're backing off, and then you shoot that uppercut, and every time you landed it, boom, it hurt him.
It's tough, obviously.
Yeah, really tough. But, so what do you think, when did you do that in that last round?
No, middle of the 3rd, and then I felt at the end of the 3rd.
Yeah.
And then that's where I didn't throw it. I only threw, I think, 1, the 4th. And I got in close on purpose just to try it. And when I threw the cutting close, you know, like connectable, wasn't a lot of power in it. It's fucking killed. Sorry for the language.
No, it was a nice performance though, mate, and good, you know, like, you look really good there against Elvis, and he's a tough cookie, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he's been around with everyone, and you know, he normally competes, you know, cruiserweight all the way down to light heavyweight, so. And do you reckon, I mean, you're light heavyweight in the next fight, but last time I was talking to you, you think you're going to make super middleweight, aren't you?
Yeah, we'll play before weigh-ins and I can do like 78, 76. obviously when I get the titles, I could do them.
Yeah, you were good at that, mate. And I mean, you had a massive,
You
had a really good kickboxing career, didn't you?
Yeah.
You saw your friend, he was saying he was a European champion and
There's like 5 English and British ones.
Yeah.
For a TV show, but that's in the Hogan out of it. That was like sort of like the contender, but a Thai boxing sort of version.
Oh, I watched a few of them. Where was that one based? Because they did one over in Australia, didn't they?
That was a proper contender one. This one was like the European one.
Right, yeah.
Promotion, but like a worldwide thing.
Yeah.
European promotion.
Right.
That was in Coaching movie.
And so when did you switch codes then?
Stopped doing Thai boxing. Just like that after that.
I just
started to get into MMA.
I just watched you kick. With the leg down. Who's that leading behind him?
That was Ryan. Ryan Vaughan.
Afterwards he said that. You winded me as well.
Yeah.
Well done anyway, mate. So hopefully we'll find out where you're at and hopefully we might see you out before the end of the season again.
Hopefully it's June.
Alright, nice one. Well done.
So who am I talking? I'm talking to you. I'm
Whatever you want, whether you want to talk to him
No,
or you want to talk to my gorgeous face.
You're gorgeous.
Hey, I've never seen you before, box before.
Yeah.
And I do a lot of people saying, oh no, he's bloody special, this kid, and I tell you what, he lived up to expectations there, mate. That was a class performance.
Yeah, we started out, I've got a unique style, it's not
Well, I was trying to work out, how I could describe it. The best person I could imagine, but Kid Gallish, the kid who's fighting now, you're out down. Yeah,
I boxed Kid Galahad in the amateurs and beat him.
Right,
Yeah, but Kid Galahad's a great fighter and he's got a similar style, which shows he's doing really well, so, I want to head in the same direction, get them big titles.
Yeah, definitely, without a doubt. I mean, in the last round, he was afraid to throw anything early on because every time he was just landing things and you was fighting with him and you was playing with him and you were toying with him, like a cat with a mouse.
Yeah.
So, I felt sorry for him in there.
Barely got out of second gear there, I could have picked up a lot more. But that was my first 8 rounds, so I'm glad to get the 8 rounds on Greenbank. I knew he was a game fighter.
He looked in good shape, didn't he?
Yeah, he was in good shape. He came to fight, and he was strong, but I was just too fast and too clever for him. Just in the end.
Don't think he landed a shot on you.
No.
He got a couple of glancing blows and a couple of body shots.
Yeah.
But you were elusive in there, mate. You just moved around when you were playing, then you was hitting him, you were sorting him. It was cruel. You were bowling, you was waving this hand, and then you boom up there, and you're like, whoa! He didn't know where you're coming from.
Like I said, it's just a style I've developed with my dad over the years. I'm originally an orthodox fighter, but in the off seasons when the amateurs were on the break, I stayed in the gym and kept working on different stuff, and then one summer I was working on southpaw and just developed and kept practicing.
So what's this now? Why were you over in, and how long were you over there for in America? Because you were training at Wildcard, weren't you?
Yeah, I was over in America for a couple of months, training in Tony Jeffrey's gym over there, Boxing Burn, in Santa Monica. And I got fought 3 times over there and won all 3, knocked one out. And things never worked out contract-wise. Yeah. And I've come back to Steve Woods because Steve Woods he's a good, fair man. A lot of boxing promoters are not.
He has paid you to say that, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's just doing 50 quid. He's just doing 50 quid to say that now, but Steve's a good man and he's straight, and I like that about him, so I'm confident to put the future in his hands.
Right, tell you what, I think you've got a big future there, mate. I mean, everyone was raving about you, and I understand why they were raving about you now, mate, because I was really impressed. It was a proper class performance, and very hard to describe what you're doing there, because it's not really boxing. You just move and dance and then hit him.
There's not much I can say, it's just a style I've developed, and I'm going to continue to work and improve on it. I'm not just going to stand there with my hands down when it's time to have a tear up.
Well, you did in that last round.
Yeah, because the fans, the people come are paying good money to see a fight, and in the last round he's calling me on, dancing around the ring, calling me on and getting to the ring and calling me on.
We sat next to Cal Dukes and he was waving over you and we were both laughing, you know what I mean? Because you look like you were just having fun in there.
Yeah, it's like I said, my first 8 rounds is the first.
Did you look like you're blowing, mate?
No, I can tell nothing. I train long and hard every day, I'm dedicated, and And this is just a stepping stone for me. This is something I can promise you more. I want the English, British, European, Commonwealth, Wales.
Watching that, you know, I can see going, but the only thing I'm worried for you is who's going to win a fight?
If the money's right, I know I'm fight.
Well, that's true, yeah, it's going to have to be here. Because I don't want to get in the ring with you. You just, how can I box you in something that isn't there to be it? You're not there to be it. You stood there, you had your hands down, and he was throwing, and you just, little slip here, little slip there, little slip there. I was thinking, I was smiling all the way through the fight anyway.
Yeah, Joe, you got to get it comes across as cocky. I'm not a cocky fighter, I'm confident.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not like outside now, I'm not saying, yeah, I smashed him and it was easy, you know, I've got full respect.
No, you give you, like I say afterwards, you know, half an hour, one another.
Oh, really? Like
and yet you were talking one another literally 30 seconds before. But no, it was proper, yeah, I'm well looking forward to it.
Nice one, thank you very much.
Take care.
Nice one, thank you.
See you, mate.